Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming Kit channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today. We're going to be looking at the third of the new normal raids introduced in patch 6.2, Abyssos, the 7th Circle. In this dungeon you will be moving a lot, so try and remain as mobile as possible. But when you first start off, there you'll want to stay towards the back of the platform, as the boss will start off with two large circular AoEs in the front of the platform. Bow of Abyssos is going to be the large AoE in the front of the platform that will cause the boss to slam both of his hands down onto the platform. After a short delay, one of the hands will then swipe forward. The easiest way to dodge this is after the circular AoEs in the front, just immediately move towards the very front of the platform. Then no matter if it's the left or right side, you will be safe. He'll follow this up with Abyssos Holy. This is going to put a circular AoE on all party members. And he'll also do Abyssos Glare 3. This is going to do a safe zone in the very center of the platform with an AoE on the rest of it. So you'll want to spread out and then immediately group up in the middle. The next Bow of Abyssos is going to do a AoE in the back of the platform, so you'll want to move towards the very front. And they'll do the Bow of Abyssos again, slamming down his hands in the front of the platform, and then swiping one of them across it. So again, just move towards the back and then back towards the very front. Immortal's Obol is going to do a proximity AoE from the center of the platform, along with destroying most of the platforms, so you'll need to move towards the circles that are going to be safe zones, otherwise you will immediately fall off the platform and die. He'll then create chains that will connect these three platforms before casting Bow of Abyssos one more time, where he'll slam down on the front two platforms. He'll then do the swipe towards the back on either the left or right side, so you can check which side he is going to swipe first and then move either to the left or right. Abyssos Arrow 2 is going to do a tank buster on both tanks that has a large AoE around it, so make sure you're moving away from everyone. Spark of Life is party-wide damage with a consistent bleeding damage over time effect, so make sure you're continuing to heal people even after the AoE happens. When the boss casts Forbidden Fruit, there's multiple different adds he can summon onto the platforms. Depending on the egg, there would be a certain type of ad. The first one that has the targets on it will summon multiple behemoth type enemies that will do a circular AoE around themselves. So you'll just want to move onto the chains outside of the platform. He'll then summon two different sets of AoEs that will begin to move across the platforms. Only two of the platforms will have these AoEs on them, so you'll want to identify which platform does not, and then move into the chain area that will be safe, that no AoEs will be traveling down. I'll follow up with another Forbidden Fruit, this time summoning a different egg. This one will have a wave type pattern around it and will summon birds that will do line AoEs down the chains. So you'll want to move towards the edges of the circles to avoid getting hit by this. I'll then cast Abyssos Glare 3, like in the very beginning of the fight. Right before the AoE hits, then the platform will be resummoned back, so you'll want to shift towards it as soon as it appears. He'll then do the moving AoEs across the platform again, so you'll want to shift into the openings next to them. and then rotate behind the set that you're near, because the other AoEs will travel all the way across the platform, hitting you if you don't move behind them. And then do another Bow of Abyssos, which is going to do circular AoEs in the front, and followed by the Swipe, which will go across the platform. I'll then do a Forbidden Fruit, which will summon the 3 behemoth type enemies that will do the circular AoEs around themselves, while also casting Abyssos Holy. So you'll want to spread out around the platform while also giving the ads a significant amount of room, as their AoE is much larger than you would think. I'll follow this up with another Immortal's Obol, which is the proximity from the middle and creating the 3 safe zones. The next Forbidden Fruit will only have 2 eggs that will turn into the birds that will do AoEs from left to right. At the same time, the boss will do Bow of Abyssos, slamming down on the back of the platform. So you'll want to just move towards the very front of either of the front 2 circles. Follow with Abyssos Arrow 3, so the 2 tanks need to move away from each other and the rest of the group. The next Forbidden Fruit will have the 3 behemoth ads. This time, after they do their AoEs, there will be orbs onto the platform that one party member will need to move into the orb explosion radius to absorb it. You need 1 party member in each orb area, so there's a total of 4. I follow up with a Bow of Abyssos again. You'll want to move towards the back of the platform to avoid this one, before doing the Swipe across the platform. Next, I'll follow up with 3 consecutive Spark of Life. There will be a lot of AoE healing at this time, but this is also a time that you should be able to get a resurrection off if you need to. I'll then do another Forbidden Fruit. This one will contain a knockback effect. There will be 2 birds and 1 behemoth. You'll want to position yourself so the knockback pushes you toward the platform with the bird on it, and then move either towards the back or front of the platform to be in the 2 openings from the bird charges. He'll then do the moving AoEs across the platform, so check which platform does not have the AoEs and stand on the chains that will be safe, before separating whenever the boss casts Abyssos Holy, as all party members will receive a circular AoE around themselves. I'll then do another Spark of Life for party-wide damage and consistent bleeding, before doing the Abyssos Arrow 2 Tank Buster. And then the Abyssos Glare 3. So you'll have a small delay period before jumping back onto the middle platform one more time. After this, you'll want to separate towards the outsides of the platform quickly to move in between the moving AoEs, and then getting behind whichever set you are close to so that the other ones moving across the platform do not run into you. Bow of Abyssos is again going to be the AoEs in the front of the platform, so you'll want to move towards the back, before moving back towards the front to avoid the swipe. I'll do another Forbidden Fruit and Holy combo, So make sure you're spreading around the platform, giving the ads plenty of room, as their AoE is larger than the circular AoEs around you. Before doing another Immortal Obus, transitioning back into the other phase. At this point, the fight will start to repeat from the last Immortal Obus phase, so you'll have to deal with the two birds and the Bow of Abyssos in the back one more time. So just move towards the front of the front two platforms. Tank busters follow this, so make sure you're moving away from the rest of the group. The next forbidden fruit will have the 3 behemoths along with the orbs that you will need to get into their circles after the behemoth AoEs go off. Then another Bow of Abyssos that you'll want to move towards the back circle. And then waiting for which area he's going to swipe across, and then moving towards the other side. You'll then have the 3 consecutive Spark of Life. And then the last forbidden fruit with the knockback effect. Hopefully this will be it for Abyssos, the 7th circle. Hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.